I wanted to show you the planner that I've put together for this upcoming school year. I used printables that are on my website, wonderandwildness.com, and they're all free. They're all available on there for you to put together. And I used Barnes & Noble to print it this year. So this year it is printed more like an actual book with the binding. In previous years I've always done the spiral bound, but I wanted to try this out this year. As you can see, we've already had a little bit of an accident, and it is it's bent, but that's okay. Books are meant to be used, and they will be. So I will show you the order of how I've put things in my book. There's quotes throughout from Charlotte Mason, and this is my calendar. So I have filled it out a little bit through August, but I wanted to show you that if you print it, you have to fill in all the dates yourself. I don't, the month you need to write in yourself, and the dates you're going to have to write it in yourself, because it's just, I've made it as a blank one to make it really easy to utilize each year. And so this goes all the way through. I mean, I think I've done it for 13 or 14 months. You can fill it, there's extra, if you were to build it yourself, you can put in as many months as you would like, but I think I did 13 or 14 for my calendar. And it was 13 because it started in June and then ends in June. So next I moved on to, this is just for planning out what our habit will be, our composer, artist, poet, hymn, our nature studies focus, Shakespeare, and Plutarch. And I have 3 of these with, there's lined paper beside it or behind it for writing out any additional notes for that. Next, I move into something that I have appreciated doing for, I don't know, probably a decade or more now, and that is to consider each season these different questions. And the questions that I work through each season are: describe what our ideal upcoming season will look like, list any challenges that might stand in the way of achieving the ideals listed, and ideas for dealing with those challenges. What activities or traditions are important to do in this upcoming season? Note which ones are absolutes. And in what ways can we show hospitality and Christ's love to others in this upcoming season? And so for me, I break down the year actually into 5 seasons. I have spring, summer, fall, winter, and then I make Christmas its own season because it's busy and all that. And so I just sit down at the beginning of each of the seasons that I've made up for my year, and I answer these questions, and it's just really helpful to keep my focus and priorities where I want them to be. All right, next I have a list for each of my children. I have 2 children, but they will be listed here, and there's an area for their strengths to be written down, their weaknesses to be written down, ideas to encourage growth in them, ideas to encourage leadership in them, ways to show love and appreciation for them, and then a verse to pray for them. And each boy will have his own page, but I have made, I think I put in 6 because I thought it would either serve a larger family well for them to have, if they wanted to use this exact PDF, would have enough pages. Or for my own boys, if I wanted to, I could do one each term, because there's 3 terms with Amplified. I could fill that out. All right, the next thing I've got is I have a weekly schedule, and it's very, very simple in its layout. So you'd write the dates up here, and then I have it Monday through Friday to write the daily, and then room for notes over here, whether it is things you want to carry on into the weekend or more specifics for a day. These work really well for me. I know some people prefer, like an hourly breakdown to their day. I know some people prefer more room for writing. I know some people prefer like their weekends to be included in it. This is ultimately what works very well for me. And so I'm sorry to those that are disappointed that it's not more detailed, but that is how I've done it. Another thing I'm going to point out right now is I have on some pages throughout the book put washi tape on the edges of the pages so that they're easier to find and locate throughout the book. So there are many of these pages. And then Sorry, hope that doesn't make you dizzy. All right, and then it ends there, and we move on. And I have blank pages, and I have both lined and grid pages, and the rest of the book is really just filled with, I'm sorry, I feel like that's a little nauseating to look at, but it's filled with that. And then there are, near the end, I've put in, oh, we'll get there. We have some quotes that are just put in to look pretty throughout it. And that's the end of the book. So I did include a quote on the back, as well as quotes throughout. But that would be the planner. And like I said, all of the pages are available on wonderandwildness.com, and you can download them all for free. And excuse me, got something caught in my throat. You can download them all for free, and you can then make whatever order you want for the pages. Or if you prefer, I will try to get this uploaded if there's an interest in having it exactly this way. And you just load the PDF on Barnes & Noble or wherever it is you're ordering your printing from, and it would be very straightforward and simple that way.